chair. Whew. What's with the two chairs?
Oh, man, well, after
yeah.
a long ride on the four-wheeler, we have a little dinner, and one of our favorite things to do is usually have dinner with Ken and Winnie. That's what it sort of signifies that Ken and Winnie, we just enjoy having them here on our back porch, looking at the cows, and usually Ken is, and Winnie really got to keep her away from the really good wine. She's usually dipping into the expensive stuff.
Yes, she does.
I think Ken and Winnie are great in-laws because they're constantly wanting to do fun things with all the family members, whether it's golfing with Jordan or bringing Mackenzie down to Palm Desert for a little swimming and tennis, or coming by Medford and playing a little golf. I think that's what makes them great in-laws. One of the funny stories with the Robertson family that I remember when I was first engaged to Nisha, and Ken was going to, really impress us with his being the captain of his boat. And so we decided to take it up the river, up the Willamette River, and where Nisha's skiing on the back, and, Ken's got that thing going like a bat out of hell, and he's going about 30 miles an hour, Nisha's skiing behind it. And all of a sudden, that boat just comes to a dead stop. And we hit one of the largest sandbars in the entire Willamette River. And Nisha, we were all very concerned about Nisha, and Winnie looked back there and went, "Oh my gosh, Nisha's walking to the boat," and she was in about this much water, about 12 inches of water, and she was still skiing, and she just stepped off her ski and walked to the boat. And then Ken really showed his mechanical ability, and he changed that prop like no problem. He had a spare prop, which who has a spare prop? So he has a spare prop, he changes it, put the boat, get going again. We go at least 100 feet and we hit another sandbar. And even the Boy Scout Ken does not have two props in his boat. So we pretty much got to tow in the rest of the way. So that was one of the more hilarious stories. Well, I think the thing I appreciate about Ken and Winnie is they're just easy to be around, and there aren't a lot of in-laws that maybe you feel comfortable traveling with, hanging out for 3 or 4 days. I think usually the in-law rule is about 2 days, and then you're ready to send them packing. Ken and Winnie, feel very comfortable with them hanging out. I mean, I'd say I'm comfortable with Ken and Winnie for at least 3 or 4 days. So I think, I think they far exceed the normal in-law allotment of time that is generally given.